There is nothing else you can buy that will make your life better. You can get something to eat, you can buy a magazine, you can watch Netflix and stay a loser, but you cannot change your life with that money. You are taking away your only chance of success and replacing it with garbage.
This is Andrew Tate yelling at little schoolboys because he gets a sick thrill out of degrading them and he's desperate for their money. The desperate lengths the man is going to cover those legal bills are getting sadder and sadder. In this video, I'm going to show you a series of clips of Andrew Tate inside his online university, yelling and screaming at young boys to keep giving him money. Tate's so-called university is called The Real World and is formerly known as Hustlers University. I'll include in the description a link to a video I made explaining why I believe it is a pyramid scheme cult that exploits young boys by using sleep deprivation techniques to work them extreme hours, isolating them from their friends and family, and dedicating their lives to worshipping their glorious leader. It's important to keep in mind throughout this video that I've had many strong sources confirm to me that over 80% of the members in The Real World are boys between 12 and 18 years old, literal children. This will give you an idea of the extreme cult-like tactics that are used to pressure and shame these young boys into staying in the program and continuing to give Andrew Tate $49.99 a month. This is a series of videos that these kids are forced to watch when they try to quit The Real World. They cannot go through the process of quitting in the program without clicking on one of these videos, where Andrew gives them a personal message. When they try to quit The Real World, they are forced to click on the reason why they are quitting. Let's have a look at the video these kids are forced to watch when they select what must be a very common reason for quitting. They can't afford it. Many of the members are from developing countries, so I'm sure Andrew is very understanding.
I don't believe you. I don't believe that you do not have $49. I do not believe after a month inside The Real World you have not managed to make $49 measly dollars to stay a member of the only community which is going to save you from absolute poverty. We have a course, a Brokey course inside of the freelancing campus that will teach you how to make money starting from absolutely nothing. The point of this course, the reason we teach it is not to make you fantastically wealthy. It's so you can make enough money to ensure you can keep your subscription active so you can become fantastically wealthy. There is no excuse to not be able to afford The Real World if you have genuinely tried. You're pretending you don't have the money. I want to make this very clear to you. $49 cannot save you any other way. It cannot change your life. There is nothing else you can buy that will make your life better. You can get something to eat. You can buy a magazine. You can watch Netflix and stay a loser. But you cannot change your life with that money. You are taking away your only chance of success and replacing it with garbage. You can make the money for your subscription, and you can make it today. All you have to do is try. So be honest with yourself, because that is what you have not yet done. People who are honest with themselves brutally are at my level, my echelon. And the fact that I am so many miles above you shows you have never been honest with yourself in your life. Go to the mirror, look deep in your own eyes and say, have I tried my best? If the answer is yes, and you've tried your very best, then you're an idiot and you should cancel your subscription. If the answer is no, which it is, you know you have not tried your best, because if you tried your best, you'd make plenty of money to pay for your Real World subscription. And you understand how important it is to stay free. The choice is yours.
If you are in a position where you can't afford your membership fee, you are lying, or you didn't try. If you did try and you can't afford the month's payment, you're an idiot. Remember, these videos are targeted at young schoolboys that worship this man. This is what Andrew Tate does. Sucks in vulnerable people and squeezes as much money out of them as possible. This next video is a generic one that comes up when you select any number of reasons why you're quitting.
For the first time in your life, you were in the right place at the right time. The Real World. The only place where they're going to be discussing at length, trying to tell you how to escape the matrix. You understood this. You understand how powerful this network is. That's why you joined. However, you've made a crucial mistake. You do not have faith in yourself. You lack gumption. And for that reason, you think it is clever and prudent and forward-thinking to cancel your subscription before the next month goes and say, well, I'll try it for a month, see how it works out. You are setting yourself up for failure. You know you're in the right place or you wouldn't have joined. You need to be dedicated to the task. You need to sit and say, I have decided to join the real world and I'm going to stay inside of the real world and work my ass off as hard as possible until I finally live a life worth living and I escape the matrix. You do not join and say, maybe I will fail, so let me cancel in advance. The universe is funny. When you talk about something, it comes true. If you buy a red car and say, there's a lot of red cars on the road, guess what you start seeing? Red cars. If you cancel your subscription thinking I might not make money, guess what's going to happen? You're not going to make any money. It's the way the universe works. You cannot cancel your subscription. You must understand that you are dedicated to the task, and that is the only way you will escape. It's the only way you'll get terminal velocity to escape the gravity of absolute poverty. The choice is yours. You know I do not lie to you. If you decided to become as strong as possible, strong enough to break the bones in your own hand when you clench your fist, and you joined the gym, and after your first day, you canceled your subscription thinking, well, I'll just train for a month, and if I'm not super strong by the end of the month, then I'll be glad I wasn't signed up. Guess what? You'll never become fucking strong. That is loser think. You cannot think like a loser any longer.
Grown man yelling at children, telling them not to be a loser. There is one true, pathetic loser in this situation.
You have two choices. Now, right now, the action you are about to take is sending a message to the universe. You are about to tell God and the universe and the code of the matrix who you are and what you're made of. If you're a loser, and you know in your heart you're a loser, and you know you're going to fail, and you do not want to escape the matrix, and you want to stay a brokey forever, then cancel your subscription. So at the end of the month, you won't be billed, and you have nothing to worry about. You can save that $49 and buy a Taco Bell. Congratulations. If you know you're a winner, if you thought you were being prudent, but after listening to my video message, you understand the mistake you were making, you are smart and perspicacious enough to understand that canceling a subscription is destroying your ability to commit and destroying your ability to become massively successful. If you are smart enough to have listened to my words and know I am right, then you don't cancel. What you do instead is you get to work. The choice is yours.
It is clear in these clips that they are not targeted at adults. These guys cast a wide net of millions of child fans, rake in the ones that can get their hands on $50, indoctrinate and exploit. What kind of man nearing 40 years old screams at a 12-year-old boy about how he's a loser? The next video is for the kids that say they're quitting because they don't have enough time, which surely is more than reasonable since most of them are school age. Surely Andrew's just gonna let the kid go.
You're saying you do not have enough time. That is a lie. You're lying to yourself. First, I'm going to tell you why. Even if that was true, leaving the real world is still a mistake. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, something I don't often do. I'm going to pretend the lie that you're telling me that you don't have enough time is true, because you do have enough time. All I ask for is every spare second of your life. If you give it to me, I guarantee to make you rich. And you have not given me every spare second.
Hang on, put the brakes on. Let's hear that part again.
All I ask for is every spare second of your life. If you give it to me, I guarantee to make you rich. And you have not given me every spare second.
Only what I've been trying to tell people for the last year. He's demanding every spare second of your life. These kids are being pushed to work every waking hour. Kids are falling asleep at school or skipping class to try to keep up with their work for Tate.
You have wasted time. There's been times you've taken a piss without looking at your phone.
They're not expected to take a piss without looking at their phone.
There's been times you sat and watched a TV show. There's been times you argued with your girlfriend and you've wasted plenty of time. You could have been focused. If you decide to quit because you don't have enough time and you're too busy doing other things, guess what? You're going to be the person who ends up hired by a rich person like me to get their time back. The fact that I have so much money means I bought so many other human hours. I can hire people to stand on one leg for 1,000 fucking years. I own time. Time is mine because I am rich. If you stay poor, you will never own time. You'll give up your time to somebody above you. You'll be looking up at them while they rob you of your time like a little fucking child who lost his fucking lunch money. So, your choices are: stop talking shit, dedicate yourself inside the real world, stay focused, and stand a chance of escaping. or piss your little pants and give up. The choice is yours.
Just the ramblings of an insane idiot. The last video is Andrew's response to if a kid selects his reason for quitting the real world as being not ready yet.
Oh, you're not ready yet? Oh, that's interesting. You're not ready yet. So when are you going to be ready? When you're a millionaire? You're gonna rejoin the real world once you're financially free. You're gonna escape the matrix so that you can be ready to escape the matrix. Is that how it works? I'm not ready yet. Do you know what that is? That is cope. Hard cope. Excuses. Bullshit. If you're not ready to become financially free because you're too lazy, you lack motivation, you don't know what to do, then you're in exactly the place you're supposed to be, the real world, because we'll fix all those problems for you. Once you leave, how do you stand a chance of fixing any of those issues? How are you going to leave and end up ready? You haven't even thought about what you're going to do when you leave. You're just thinking, well, I'll just cancel and I'll spend $49 a month on Taco Bell and then it'll all work out okay. No, it fucking won't. The people who are still broke, people who are fucking washing my car, are people who thought it's all going to work out. It doesn't. You need to dedicate yourself. You need to stay in the right place. You cannot just quit. You will never be ready if you leave. You're never going to be ready. It's always going to be difficult. There's always going to be something else going on. Every single thing fantastic I did in my life, I did when I was ready for none of it. So you must make a choice. Are you the kind of person who is going to sit in the rainstorm and do Aikido and win, destroying raindrops thousands per second? Or are you the kind of person who's going to stand in the rainstorm and get wet and pee your little panties? I'm wet and cold. I'm not ready for the rain. You're going to go and hide in a corner somewhere and wait for the rain to stop. Because it's never going to fucking stop. And you're going to stay a loser. The choice is yours.
Kids, if you quit the real world, you're going to stay a loser. This is just dirty, hard sales tactics being used on children. Once these kids quit the real world, they receive a nice email. It reads as follows: The Matrix accepts your return to slavery. This email is to confirm that your opportunity for freedom is now fully cancelled. You won't be charged moving forward. You won't be free moving forward. You will work as a drone. You will support the Matrix as its slave. You have 2 days to spend inside the real world in a chance to escape eternal insignificance. Soon, you will be plugged back into the Matrix mainframe. We highly recommend you rejoin the real world. Quitters always end up as slaves. How are you going to escape the Matrix without us? Do you even have a plan? Winners never quit. Quitters never win. Tate. What an absolute tool. A grown man lifting kids up by their ankles and shaking the pennies out of them. This is beyond a joke. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, X, Google, Rumble, Reddit, and others know that this is happening, and their platforms are being used to recruit kids into this shit show. I'll leave a link in the description to my petition to stop these companies allowing Tate to recruit kids into their platforms. We've had success with urging Apple and Google to remove the real-world apps from the app stores, and YouTube terminating a bunch of big channels that were promoting the real world. But it's well past time that this thing was just shut down.